So let's discuss about the service console today. Before going to start with the service console, we'll discuss about some of the points that how Salesforce and console works. So you might have a question in your mind like who use Salesforce and who uses service console. So let's go with the Salesforce first. So Salesforce, as we already know, like sir, it acts as an SaaS, IaaS, and PaaS. So we can use Salesforce as its software as a service also, and we can use as information as a service, as well as we can use as a platform as a service. And who uses service console? Service console is basically it deals with the multiple screens at single go, multiple screens, and this is generally used by the customer care representative people or like the workers who are using the Salesforce application, and they are directly talking with the customers directly. So let's consider a scenario. I have my company and I already own my products that is running in market, and that is running in market. So basically, if you deals with the products, there are three basic criteria that comes from the customer side. One is renewal, second is upgrades, and the third one is if any issues are there in the product. So like for an example, I am the customer, I owe your products, and I wanted to have the renewal of the products, or I wanted to upgrade some of the features into the product, or if any issues come to the product, I wanted to resolve those issues via your company. So basically, if you are dealing with the company, you already have your own customers, customer care team, or you will be using your third customer care company who will be dealing with your products. So these all things, this can easily maintain by service console, which is a Salesforce application, and it has a vast feature. So basically, if you see, these all are the apps present in the Salesforce. So service console is basically one of the app that used by the customer care people. So let's go back to the setup. So we'll have an app. Yeah. So if you see here, we have a sample console. This is already inbuilt. Like whenever you create a developer org, whenever you have your Salesforce org, this will be already present. You don't need to create a new app for this one. And for an example, if you want to create a new app, then you can directly click on new, and you can create a custom app or a console. So we are talking about the service console that basically deals with the multiple screen on a single page. So I can click on next, and I can create my own console. So right now I'm not creating any console. So let's go to the sample console. So I'll directly open from here the sample console. Before going to overview of this one, let me open the sample console and I'll show you like how it works. So what all the things I can have? I can have my header color, I can have my primary tab color, what tab color I wanted to have, I can have my footer color, and what all the objects I wanted to show in the my application. So like for an example, these are selected items, account, contacted, contact, cases, opportunity. These are there. I can overwrite my user personal custom app customization by help of this one. And if you see this one, like how you wanted to open your records, like these all are the tabs will be open in the service console. So you want open as a primary tab. If you click on this, it will open all open as a screen. Or if you want to open a sub tab, so it will come like a parent account will be displayed, and after that an account will be displayed like a sub tab. Basically it's like a child. So which all placements you want to have a full screen, or you want to have the half screen, or you want to have it like a vertical display. And the console component, I'll talk about this one later. And like some of the features you have to go through this one, like you want to over using the tab, or you want if you want to have the tab limit, like only 5 tabs you want to display for the customer care representative people, and you want to, and for which profile you wanted to have the system admin one. So before start with the sample console, I'll just give a scenario here. Like a company, as I already discussed about, like products will be for renewal, upgrades and issue. So for example, I'm the agent of the company, like the customer care, and I am getting a call from a customer to resolve my issues. So since this already have its own opportunity, accounts and contact, if it is if it is not a single customer, so what I'll do, I'll create a case in the Salesforce, and with the help of cases, I'll deal what exactly customer is facing and all that. Okay, so let's go to the sample console now. Yeah, so if you see, I have given this is how it looks, and if you see, like these all are the tabs which I have added in my service console. This will be listed here. So how it works, like there are many third-party softwares that integrate with the service console. Like take an example, I have an IVR. IVR stands for interactive voice response. The customer is calling to the service console people, and they directly open these cases. So I'll be getting the cases. If it is a new customer, I can directly create a new cases, and if it is an old customer, I can directly check with the cases which case it is, this one. And the best part of this one, this multiple screen, is like I can interact with 2 customers at a single go. So if you see this case 0, this has case 1 and this has case 2. So directly I can check my details, which case, and so on. I'll be explaining you further. So this was all about the cases, and so let's talk about the console. Is like for an example, I got an issue. The customer got an issue, like his or her internet is not working, or his internet is not working properly, and he calls to the agent, and agent have to resolve the issue. So might be the agent will not have all the technical stuff to interact, right, to resolve the issues. So for that part, what we have a knowledge in our Salesforce that is already out of box functionality. So let me tell you, like we'll move to the another app. I'll open the knowledge one. So for this knowledge, you have to, if this knowledge tab is not present in your org, you have to enable it from the setup part. So I'll open knowledge, and I'll create an article that is knowledge only. Take laptop is not working. So here I'll be adding these steps, how to resolve. Now what I'll do, I'll save it. And I'll publish it. So what exactly knowledge is like, you have to publish your knowledge, then only it will be displaying in the console part. So let's see if it is published. Yeah, so this is published. So now what we will do, we'll go to setup, we'll go to knowledge, we'll go to app, we'll open our sample console app, edit. So this was the console one, choose console component. So I already have my own knowledge, so I'll add this knowledge into the knowledge one, and I can add my custom components also, that will be explained to you later. And I'll save it. So yeah, so we have a knowledge one, and this is a standard console and console component. I'll talk about the custom component later on. So what we'll do, we'll add the knowledge one and we'll save it. So what exactly the scenario I have explained you, like take a scenario was like the customer has called and he's facing some issues in internet, and agent has to respond back to this. So since if you're owning a customer care team, you have to do work very fastly. If you have a background of technical as well as non-technical guys with you. So but what you have to do, you have to resolve the cases very fast, because you have to maintain your market value in the in market exactly. So I have a knowledge, so just I'll go to knowledge settings. So like take an example, I have to select the internet issue with the base of any fields that internet issue should populate to me, and I can directly check with the issue and I can resolve the cases. So for this one, if you see, it has case fields used to find suggested articles. So I already have subject in it, like whatever I'll type into subject, based on the subject value it will populate me the knowledge if I have into my knowledge base, that is KB, and I'll save it. So for this, let's just go back to the sample console. Yeah, so what I'll do, I'll create a new case. And since I have given into the subject, what I'll type IE8. If you see on the right side, it loads and it given me the exact article if I have into my KB. So I can check with this IE8 issue and I can attach to the case and I can easily resolve the case, and it deals with me deals with the happy customer at the end. So this has like multiple cases will be here, and I can attach this to the cases if I like for an example, if if the customer care is there, so basically they will be having their team and leaders and all. So this lead can also take care of the cases, and he can directly assign it to the members based on the priorities, and based on the priorities how they have to deal with the customers. But here like this was all about the knowledge. So let's take an example, like customer had called to the agent, and agent is interacting with the customers, like how you have faced this issue, from how long you have been facing these issues, and from when it has been stopped, what exactly you have done and all that. So for that there should be some interaction, like interaction log should be there, where I can note it down everything. This is the interaction should be there for particular agent, because many employees will be working into a shift. So I'll be working into a shift and my shift will be over at 9 p.m. So after 9 p.m. another employee will be coming and he will be working for the cases. So like the cases is not yet resolved and it has been moved to the another agent or another customer care representative. So for that I should have my own interaction log with that, like I can see like what previous employee had a talk with the customer. So based on that only I can check with the issues and I can quickly resolve those issues. So for that I'll add, I can go to edit layout, I can go to layout property. I have an interaction log here, that is like to show in the console. I'll click on OK and I'll save it. Yeah, so if you see, this case has been there, and the arrow, I'll click on this one, I can see the case. Yeah, so it gave me the related to which case is there, what subject I want to have it, I can add it, name I can add it, I can notes it what I had a talk and everything, and I'll save this log. So what exactly it creates a task in the particular case here. If you see this, SAT, sorry, subject I have given like this only. So this has been created as a task, and another agent can come and I can see if any interaction has been done with the customer. So here also, like many of the fields, I can add it to my own, which fields I want to have, I can have it. I can click on setup. I can go to interaction log layout. I'll click on edit, and which fields I want to show into the interaction log I can show, and I can have a preview of this one. And if I don't want to use the standard one, I can quickly go ahead and I can create a new one and make it as a default layout, and will be showing here. So this was the interaction layout, like how it works. And there are many things in the footer one, that is knowledge. And if I want to have my own if I want to have my own custom components, I can easily do that. So for that I have to go to settings, just type components here. So you'll be getting custom components. I'll click on new, custom component. I can write the button name what I want, custom component. I can use CSS, I can use the URL. If I want to use an app, or if I want to display the Visualforce page app, I can show. And let's take a sample Visualforce page. If I have the small one, let's take this one only, and I can select the width and height, and I'll save it. Oops. Now what I have to do, I'll add this console to the I'll add this console component to the console one. So I'll click on sample console, edit sample console. See, if you see, I have my own custom component. I'll add this one to here, and I'll save it. Now I'll go to sample console. See, the custom component came here, and it will open into a window, and see, like I have my own Visualforce page, so it displayed me like this one. So here I can add it, like I can have into a pop-up, and whatever custom component if you want to have the custom functionalities, you can do it from here. And we do have a live agent that if I have some issues, for an example, customer is facing some issues and he don't wanted to have a call, he wanted to have a chat with the agent, and with the help of chat he wanted to resolve the issues. So for that we have a inbuilt live agent in Salesforce. So for that you have to enable that live agent first. Go to live agent settings, and from here you have to enable it. And I can have my end API point and everything here. So basically, if you see, the live agent is a vast topic. You can check my another tutorial for the live agent. Thank you.